Good morning. I'm Sarah Winkleman. We begin with breaking news. The suspect accused of shooting and killing a Greensboro police officer is being held without bond in the Guilford County Jail. Madison Forsey is anchoring our coverage outside of the Greensboro Police Department this morning, where a memorial is this morning for Officer Horan. Good morning, Madison.
Good morning to you, Sarah. Yeah, we just learned those new details within the last hour, so I want to go ahead and show you a photo of 34-year-old Terrell McMillan. He is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Officer Michael Horan. Investigators believe he shot and killed the officer at the Food Lion on Lawndale Drive yesterday afternoon. He's also charged with speeding and fleeing to elude arrest. This is some of the video taken yesterday of McMillan being taken into custody after driving hours away from the Triad. The hunt for McMillan, it ended in Duplin County, a few hours east of here, where he was arrested. But if you're just joining us now, I want to walk you back through the events of yesterday. They unfolded quickly and were startling for so many people in the Greensboro community. So just before 11 yesterday morning, someone called police reporting a person possibly armed at the Food Lion on Lawndale Drive. Now, the State Bureau of Investigation is the one sharing this, saying Officer Michael Horan was the first to arrive on scene. Investigators say Horan approached Terrell McMillan, and after a brief struggle, McMillan took out a gun and shot Horan. Now, investigators say the officer did not have time to draw or fire his weapon, and McMillan drove away from the scene. Then around 1 yesterday afternoon, that suspect found driving a car in Johnston County. Deputies from 2 different counties started following the suspect. Then, as I just mentioned a few moments ago, State Highway Patrol took over and they were able to stop the car and take McMillan into custody. Now, we spoke with a man who lives in Greensboro who came out to the growing memorial in front of the Greensboro Police Department to pay his respects to Officer Horan.
Together we are mourning Officer Horan, who was a husband, a father, a son, a friend, and much more to his family. He was an excellent officer. He had an outstanding reputation inside the department and in the community. We ask that you please keep his family, friends, and fellow officers in your thoughts and prayers.
Now, at the time of the shooting, several people were inside and outside of the Food Lion. That, of course, includes people who were working there. Quite a busy area just a few days before Christmas time. We did speak with a Food Lion employee who says they were thankful with such a quick response, and they're thankful for people that were checking in on the workers who were there. Take a listen.
It just warms my heart that when I came out of my apartment, every single person stopped and asked me if I was okay and gave me a hug. Like, I didn't know, like, how much, like, we mean to this community. Like, they mean it to us as well.
Even my customers.
Yes, every single one of our customers has stopped us, has called us. We've been on the phone nonstop since this has happened.
And of course, this is happening to one person within one department, but it's felt in every inch of the Greensboro Police Department and in so many law enforcement agencies across the state. Condolences and words of kindness and support are pouring in from different offices. High Point Police Chief Curtis Chase released a statement saying this tragedy is yet another solemn reminder of the sacrifice men and women in law enforcement make each day when they wear the uniform and badge, not knowing if they'll come home to their families at the end of their shift. Now, Officer Horan's ultimate sacrifice in service of his community will never be forgotten by the men and women of the High Point Police Department. Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn, who served the city for so long and served alongside of some of the police department officers in her civilian role, also released a statement saying, in quote, "We have lost someone who served with distinction, and his dedication to keeping our community safe is a loss that resonates with all of us. We will stand strong together as we honor Officer Horan's legacy. GPD continues to serve with the same dedication he demonstrated every single day." It's a somber moment and one that so many people are coming to terms with. And this was especially impactful last night. This is some video we took last night from a procession that included Guilford County EMS ambulances. Began the journey of taking Officer Horan from the crime scene along Lawndale Drive and onto Interstate 840 en route to the state medical examiner's office in Raleigh. Standard procedure, but we're told law enforcement officers lined so many different interstate bridges between Greensboro and Raleigh. I've seen posts from so many different people on social media who are wondering what the response was, and many of those law enforcement officers who were lined up were paying their respects to Officer Horan. Now, a fundraiser is set up for Officer Horan's family. You can find it on helpahero.com. It's on their front page. If you click on the donate tab, there is a search bar, or you can scan the link. Scan a QR code for a direct link to the site. 100% of the proceeds will go to Horan's immediate family, which means so much to have that burden lifted off of their shoulders as they take time to grieve and process what's happening to them and happening around them. Again, I do want to reiterate, 34-year-old Terrell McMillan is in custody this morning. He is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Officer Michael Horan. Right now, McMillan is set to appear in court on the 26th, so the day after Christmas. Of course, we're standing here by the memorial. We've seen so many people slow down and pass and lay flowers, wreaths, notes of condolences and kindness to Officer Horan, talking about what he meant to them and to his family. But we'll continue to follow the story and bring you updates on McMillan and on the memorial here as we get them. For now, back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thank you so much, Madison. Of course, we will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest updates. Our coverage of the shooting death of Greensboro police officer Michael Horan continues on here on air as well as online at myfox8.com.